then. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a few miniature steam engines into the ring. Now, don't be fooled by their size. These are incredibly powerful little machines, and they're actually scale working replicas, most of them actually modelled on an original full-size engine. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Now, when we refer to their scale size, we refer to it usually in inches. Years ago, a company sprung up that now goes under the name of Steam Traction World, and they started to produce these engines in a kit form, making them available to be able to be built without needing a fully equipped workshop with lathes and milling machines, all that kind of thing. They could actually be built with most hand tools and the power tools that most people would have at home, but just doing general DIY and doing work on their cars and that kind of thing. You know, box of spanners, screwdrivers, drills, all that kind of thing. You didn't need complex engineering machinery. Now, these engine owners today, they come from a variety of walks of life. You've got engineers and all sorts of different walks of life. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand over to Mr. Steve Lake. He is our miniature steam engine steward here this weekend. He's actually built several engines himself, and he knows many of the owners here personally, so he's going to talk a little bit more about the engines here on display today. So Steve, if you'd like to step over this way, please. So over to you, Steve.
Good afternoon, full name introduction of who I am. As you see the engines go round, some of them it's actually been made by the owners, some of them made in kit form. Although they say kit form, it's not straightforward, because when you put them together, sometimes you've got to fettle parts as well. So yeah, so my job today is actually to decide best in show, which is actually very difficult, because there's different reasons on different engines why I would call them best in show. You obviously got the shiny ones, which we've got two, which is Poor Joe, which is well, I find where Poor Joe's behind me, just over there, going past the entrance. And you, I'll try to remember his name now. I'm going down towards him. And also you've got this engine as well, which is a Burl. So this Burl is actually made from a kit, and it's very polished all the time, every time we see it. So some owners are different. Some people just run them all day and just wipe them over a rag. And this one here is actually a crane engine, which is a bit unusual miniature. Obviously you can see the crane on the front of the canopy. And Ben actually does work for other rallies as well. So I don't know if he can hear me in a moment, so I shan't finish my conversation because he's in steam. Also I'm waiting for the rest to come round as well. See, this is... The engine itself has obviously got different manufacturers. So this one here is a John Fowler, which are generally bigger engines. Burl is an actually smaller engine. This is one that's built from kit. And there's another Burl here called Meton, that's also built from a kit. So the kits are really popular at the moment. The thing I find myself is I'm self-taught to be able to machine the engines. Certain things I can't do because it's too big for me to do at home, like the main gear. Today around the arena because I had a bit of a disaster. Basically, I'd have to do the walking shame because my boiler plug went, which is a safety device. Basically, it takes out your fire. So if you run out of water, the lead that's in it is 300 degrees. It heats up, so any water left in the boiler instantly sprays the fire and puts the fire out. So I went back and put a new one in, and I didn't do it up tight enough, so it leaked around the thread. And that was only a quarter of an hour ago, so it's fixed now, but I couldn't get it steam in time. Right, I'm going to change tack slightly because obviously I need to do the best in show. As I say, I'm going to do something different, as I explained when I was walking around just now. I can't talk to him because he's running his engine. Ben is, I'm going to award the best in show, purely because It's a crane engine, which is unusual, but also he does a lot of work in the steam world at the Dome Rally as well. And he's obviously put water in his engine. So can you hear me all right, Ben? Oh, Ben's actually playing the crane. Ben's actually playing the crane. So Parker is actually sat on the wheel at the moment. If you look, you'll actually see Parker be lifted off the ground with a crane. He's just going to reverse his engine. And you can see as you see, it's coming off the ground. I'm not sure how much it'll actually lift, Ben. It's quite a lot, and even the miniature lifts quite a lot.
Put a tow in the Land Rover and it lifts the front wheel up. It lifts that wheel.
Yeah, so that's 2.5 ton on the wheels, basically, on the back wheels. It'll lift the front with 2.5 ton on it, and that's just this little engine. Oh, and the towing on it. Right, yeah, not right. Yeah, so.
Oh, it's just ring as well, isn't it?
I've got the cars coming up in a second, in the back closing it.